Hello there, it is exactly 4 p.m. East African time. Time for Trending Is. I'm Nancy Nalima. Do stay with me for the next few minutes as I bring you up to speed with stories that are making headlines. Let's begin. Principal Secretary in the State Department of Public Health and Professional Standards, Mary Muthoni, has called on intern doctors to take the 2.4 billion shillings offered by the government. According to Muthoni, it was imperative for them to take the offer, noting that if not utilized, the funds will be reverted back to Treasury in June. The PA said doctors are stakeholders in the UHC program and the strike is detrimental to the strides made so far.
Yesterday, the government had released about 2.4 billion Kenya shillings to at least ensure the interns, which is one of the reasons that they are on strike. They report to their respective health facilities and start on their internship. I think it would be wrong for me to take back money to Treasury simply because we are not agreeing on something. So I'm imploring on them. It would be important that they get their licenses after internship, and that is why the government has gone ahead to release a huge amount of 2.4 billion shillings, which if it gets to June, it will go back to Treasury. So who loses? I lose and you lose. We don't have to go back to that point. Equally, there are other issues that we need to sit down and deliberate. At least there is a step forward. And if we can ride on that goodwill from the government, then we will be able to sort all the other issues, both short-term, long-term, medium-term, and even the perennial issues that have bedeviled the health sector. Human resources for health is a critical pillar in our health sector, and we cannot do without human resources for health. The quality of care in our health facilities. So mine is to keep reminding and pleading with the health workers that we are in this together. We are in this together. Yes, they have grievances, and we are saying, yes, we are ready to sit on the table and discuss this. But Rome was never built in a day. We cannot just sit down in 5 minutes and complete all the issues that you have complained about from 2016. To be very fair and sincere, it will take time for us to also agree on a few issues. So let us lighten our spaces. Let us be flexible when we come to the table. I am sure after the court ruling yesterday again, we will be holding another meeting, and I so hope we will go to the table with clean hands for the benefit of our great country.
Elsewhere, former Cabinet Secretary Rashid Eschesa now says he will write to the Director of Public Prosecutions to institute a private prosecution against Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza. He claims that he filed a complaint against the Kakamega boss, but no action was taken. Eschesa, who is accused of extortion targeting Baraza, was on Wednesday granted a personal bond of 2 million shillings and directed to appear before the police once he is discharged from hospital before April 23, 2024. The police were, however, barred from arresting Eschesa. According to court documents, the court granted the ex-CS bail applications, citing a violation of his rights to liberty under Article 29 of the Constitution. The court, in its orders, directed Eschesa to present to the DCI for questioning before April 23rd.
Eschesa Waziri has been released on bond. After us, we went to the High Court to ask for him to be released on bail. The police had refused to release him on bail. Even when he was in hospital, they kept monitoring him, and the officers were around the hospital ward around the clock. And it was also interfering with his recovery as well as his well-being. We went to the High Court, an application filed by Danson Omari, and we managed to convince the court that he is a candidate for bail and that really nothing much has been going on ever since he had been arrested as well. The court, having listened to our arguments and having noted that really there was nothing much, has granted him bail, whereby he's to sign his bond, what we can actually call a free bond, because he's only going to sign that he's going to attend wherever he's required. The court has also extended that he needs to be allowed to recover And so on the 22nd, maybe that's the time we shall be able to proceed. If the police want him to record a statement, they can record a statement, but they have been barred that they cannot arrest him or harass him in any way.
Rashid Echeza filed a complaint with the police and no action has been done. We have been firmly instructed that we explore legal options of going for private prosecution to sue Ferdinand Baraza if the state fails to arrest him and charge him, because our client put up a complaint that has not been acted upon. Section 88 provides for private prosecution. We shall be writing to the DPP today demanding that if he cannot order the police to arrest and charge the governor, then we will institute private prosecution.
Now, hundreds of liters of illicit liquor were nabbed in Narok County as the crackdown intensifies. Speaking after the raid, Narok County Commissioner Kipkech Lotiatia, who led the crackdown, said over 700 liters of Kangara, 65 liters of Chang'aa and 37 cartons of second-generation liquor had been intercepted in Narok town and its environs in the last 1 week. Lotiatia warned the members of the public that the war against illicit brew will continue, warning those in illegal business to turn to other productive businesses.
Kupambana na mambo ya pombe haramu na pombe gushi na dawa ya kulevya na pia dawa ambao inauzwa kwa pharmacies na chemist yetu, tangu yaanze inaendelea sawa sawa, na walinda salama na ngao wakiwa pamoja wakishirikiana na wadau wengine kama vile wazee wa mitaa, wazee wa mitaa 10, nyumba 10 wameweza kunasa pombe ambayo ni gushi. Pombe gushi kwa jina ambayo inaitwa muona hapa, inaitwa Best jana ilishikwa hapa Narok Town kwa mtaa Silanga. Na tayari vile tunaongea hapa kuna mshukiwa mmoja yuko ndani ya cell ya polisi na aliweza kupatikana na cartons 15 ambayo iko na hii pombe gushi ambayo kwa jina maarufu muona hapa inaitwa Best. Na baada ya kuchunguzwa kushirikiana wale wadau wengine, tumekuja kugundua kwamba Best ni pombe gushi, ni chupa imewekwa kule, lakini chenye iko ndani hatujui, lakini bado uchunguzi tunaendelea naye, na ili mwenye alipatikana na atueleze mali ilitoka. Na ni mzuri ifahamike kwamba pombe hii imetoka kwingine lakini inaletwa imesafirishwa, na kuna kwa pombe hii ilitokana na juhudi ya vile nimesema wale wadau wa ulinda salama.
Property worth millions was destroyed after the county government of Kilifi demolished houses built on government land in Birikani area. County government enforcement officers and top county officials raided the Kilifi social hall, and that was allegedly grabbed by former government officials. Reports indicate that the grabbers were given notice but did not honor them, leaving tenants to suffer as they were forced to remove household items last minute.
Nafikiri hiyo kazi inaendelea ya kuvunja leo hiyo shamba ya social services. County hii haina county headquarters. Mahali ilikuwa imeambiwa itajengwa county headquarter ni pale social services ground. Shamba hii ilikuwa ya umma. Shamba hii waliochukua ni wafanyajikazi wa hiyo social services na wafanyaji wa idara ya ardhi ya county ya Kilifi. Ndio walichukua hii shamba, wameenda wametengeza letters of allotment. Tumeambia walete title deed. Kwa miaka wanasema walipata letter of allotment 1994. How many years are those? 30 years later. Wanasema wana title deed. Wanazungusha watu na letters of allotment.
Cha kushangaza ni kuwa mtu alifanya kazi hapa, mama huyo alifanya kazi hapa social service karibu miaka 15. Viwanja vikawa viko hapa eneo lote hili, lakini yeye hakununua kiwanja. Akaona ni bora yeye kwa sababu ni mkubwa achukue kiwanja hapa ajikatie, na yeye ili hali yeye anapaswa kulinda mali. Hii inafaa isikubalike katika serikali hii, na si hapa peke yake. Wewe ukiwa mkubwa katika serikali, mtu kama Ngeti alikuwa hapa physical plan hapa, akachukua akapima shamba, huyu mama naye akachukua. Sasa sisi kama tumekaa huku muda mrefu na hatujachukua, kwa nini mtu mwingine asiheshimu?
Na tumepata hii nini hapa ya kuvunja. Hao watu walikuwa wanavunjiwa, walipewa notice kutoka kitambo, lakini hao wenyewe ndio wamedharau. Na sisi tunasapoti serikali venye imefanya, maana hapa kuna viwanja, watu wamegrabu viwanja vya serikali.
Kitu moja ambacho mimi nashangaa ni serikali yetu vile inaweza ingia usiku alfajiri na watu na familia zao na vitu zao, na kuanza ukiangalia tayari maisha ni shida hapa, kisha wanaanza kubomoa kila kitu, karibu kila kitu bila kusema, tu bure, na watu hawana mahali ya kwenda, hawana msaada kutoa vitu, hawana notice. Because mimi nimefuatilia history tangu zamani, na ilikuwa wanasema wanabomoa, kisha wanasema hawabomoi. So kisha ungepeana notice mzuri, watu hawangishtuka hivi, lakini kisha unakuja tu saa 12 asubuhi, watu wako ndani na manyumba na watoto zao na nini, na wanaanza kubomoa. So kwangu nashangaa vile serikali wanafanya vitu zao.
Now, business owners in Maralal town are counting losses following heavy rainfall that has been pounding the town for the last 3 days. The residents slammed the contractor overseeing the construction of the Maralal road for diverting the waterway. They now want the contractor to compensate them, a failure to which they will stop the road works.
Tunaweza kuafektiwa na mvua ambayo imenyesha, mvua mingi imenyesha tangia juzi mpaka leo imenyesha jana kuamkia jana. Kazi hapa Maralal hatuna drainage, kuna poor drainage hapa mji wa Maralal, na kuna contractor ambaye anatengeneza hii barabara, na tunaona tuko na shida sana kwa sababu hata tumefunga kazi, tumefunga biashara kweli kabisa, na tumefunga biashara, kuna mpaka saa hizi maji imejaa kwa maduka yote, tumefunga kwa sababu ya poor drainage. Mvua imenyesha na imeundwa barabara mpya hapa, so tuko affected sana watu ya Maralal, na tunaomba wale wahusika waweza kufunga kazi yangu. Na saa hizi kazi yangu, nimefunga kazi yangu, hata sijui nitakula nini kwa sababu nimefunga kazi, maji imejaa, watu wamekuja wengine wanataka kunyolewa, tumefunga hata duka ya vyakula pale nimefunga.
Na hii maji imeingia kwa hoteli, kwa chapati na chakula zote zimeenda karibu, zina flow juu ya maji. Tumepata hasara kubwa sana. Kwa hivyo tunajaribu kueleza watu wa Neema pia. Watu wa Neema wametuambia watakuja, lakini tunatarajia saa hizi tu watafika. Lakini sasa hii maji imetuletea hasara. Tulikuwa tunaomba ikiwezekana, haijaifanyika hivi. Tumekaa karibu miaka 20 hapa, lakini haijaifanyika kama hii. Kama inawezekana hii drainage itengenezwe vizuri iweze kupitiza maji. Maji inatoka huko juu ya Equity.
Na tulipiwe fidia.
Na tuweze kufidiwa kitu kwanza. Ya pili, maji iweze kudivertiwa ielekee mkondo ambayo ilikuwa inaelekea zamani. Naomba msaada kwa watu ambao, na kama si hivyo hawezi tusaidia. Hakuna barabara itatengenezwa hapa. Tumeamua barabara iwezi undwa.
Nimeadhirika, maji imejaa kwangu, ninauza greens. Hakuna kitu ninaweza okota kwa hiyo duka. Tumeenda hasara ya 300,000.
Mwaga.
And in sports, the NCBA Golf Series heads to Eldoret for the third leg of the 2024 NCBA Golf Tournament this weekend at Eldoret Golf Club. The tournament has attracted over 100 top golfers from Eldoret Club, as well as from neighboring clubs including Nandi, Bears, Kericho, Kitale, Nakuru, and some from Nairobi. The event follows a successful Nakuru Golf Club's leg held on March 23rd, where John Mburu won Men's Division 1 title. The Ladies Division 1 category was won by Emma Pennington with a score of 33 points. And we come to the end of trending news this afternoon. Let me quickly bring you up to speed with what you can be expecting at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m. Among the stories that we are working on, the Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja is currently addressing the County Assembly. And top among the issues that he has touched on, he's talked about the revenue collection, saying that the County of Nairobi has managed to raise 10 billion in the last year, but it looks forward to collecting up to 60 billion shillings per year in revenue. That's what he mentioned. And as well, looking to control expenditure as well. And then on the well-being of people who are commuting within Nairobi, he says that now running battles between hawkers and county askaris is something of the past. He also mentions that the Nairobi County Assembly, the Nairobi County government is in talks with matatu owners and hawkers to bring a harmonious working relationship. And as well, calls upon MCAs to support him in protecting workers. And let me touch a little bit on what he mentioned about health. In the health sector, he says that there are plans to complete the Mama Margaret Uhuru Level 5 General Hospital in Kariobangi, and says that there's a plan to upgrade all Level 4 hospitals within Nairobi County and introducing very professional management. He also says that the over 300 CHP must receive a stipend before the end of the month. And on the school feeding program, he says that it must continue, and he's encouraging a high enrollment. He says that they have built successful, beautiful kitchens in several primary schools within the county, and also looks to complete the coverage of that by the end of the year. And so far, 184,000 pupils eat hot and nutritious meals. So the top among the issues that he has mentioned right there: revenue collection, the health sector, school feeding program, as well as the well-being of people dwelling in Nairobi. And tonight on Legally Speaking, we'll be talking about the ballooning wage bill in the country that has been attributed to of public offices, which are doing double employment, and many other factors. And how then can that wage bill be brought down? There's a conversation that I'll be having tonight. I will be speaking to Kiragu Kimani, who is the chairperson of IGRTC. We'll be talking about the wage bill ahead of the third wage bill conference that will be happening later this month at the Bomas of Kenya. That is a conversation that you don't want to miss, and let's keep engaging across all our social media platforms at Lookuptv on Facebook, Lookuptv on X, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. I'm Nancy Nalima. Thank you so much for watching. See you later on at 9 p.m.